If you're planning on leaving Germany, then this video is for you. You need to take care of at least 11 things to be able to leave more smoothly. You pretty much need to undo everything that you did. In this video, we'll walk you through the 11 essential things you should do before your move out or exit. And we go into way more detail on every specific point in our written guide, which you will find in the description in the box below. But don't go to that guide just yet. Watch this video so you have a general gist of what to do. Hey, my name is Jen and I'm from Guatemala.
And mine is Yvonne and I'm German.
And together we're from simplegermany.com, where we create English content to empower internationals to move, or in this case, leave Germany more smoothly. Thing number 1 is to give your notices on time.
Think about your landlord, which you need to actually give a hand-signed written paper, it cannot be an email, to cancel your contract, depending on what it says with a time period in your rental contract. But also think about your employer, or if you are self-employed, to cancel, deregister your business. And also if you're a student and you want to leave before your university is finished, deregister from university. So any official where you registered or where you need to give a notice, need to give that on time, usually 3 months in advance. It depends on what the paperwork says.
Number 2 is to cancel your contracts with service providers. And every contract, of course, is different. And every provider will indicate how much time in advance you need to cancel contracts. Some, if you have really cool digital providers that we have recommended in the past, only have a button that you say cancel now, bam, that's done.
Or monthly at least. So
or monthly.
In a month, yeah.
Yeah, while others, you actually need to, in some cases, fill out a form or write a letter and send it to be able to cancel things. Some examples of service providers to consider are electricity, gym memberships, telecommunications. And here's also super interesting because if you have like a 2-year contract for your phone, for example.
Or your home internet.
Or your home internet, and you're leaving before that contract is done, as far as I'm aware of, by law, you're able to cancel that contract as long as the reason is that you're moving out of the country.
And oftentimes they would not like to have proof, which is your upmelding, your deregistration certificate, which we'll talk about throughout this video. So there is also sometimes some time constraints on when to do what.
Yes. And also super important is don't cancel your bank account just yet. The reason for this is multiple, but one of them is that because there will still be some things that will happen after you have left Germany, like paying some bills or bills pretty much. And it's better for you to have a German bank account that then you can transfer the money from there to those paying bills. And it just makes it so much easier. We have the example of actually some friends from Brazil who they left, they closed all of their bank accounts, and lo and behold, 2 months later came a bill from O2 saying, hey, you still have a balance of around 27 euros. We want that money. And they don't have a bank account anymore. Luckily, they know us, so we were able to transfer the money to them. But this is an example of where still having a German bank account with some funds, mind you, it's crucial to your move.
Yeah, or also to receive money back when you do your final tax declaration, which, again, we'll touch later on.
Yes, also very crucial. Yeah, that's a good point.
Step number 3 is an optional one depending on your life situation. But if you have kids, then you need to deregister them from school, kita, or any other institution that they are signed up for.
Yes, we go into more detail on how to do this process in our written guide on our website, which you will find in the description box below. Number 4 is to deregister your address, the famous Abmeldung. And here it's super interesting because you can only do your Abmeldung 2 weeks prior to your move-out date.
Some cities even say only 7 days prior to your move-out date. So again, the kind of like time constraint you had to try to get your Anmeldung appointment as soon as possible after you landed in Germany. Now you need to get your Abmeldung appointment as close to your leaving date. And this paper that you get to certify or to attest that you are officially leaving Germany is super crucial. As we mentioned earlier, some service providers might request that from you to prove that you're actually moving to end a contract early. And also for, let's say, tax declaration and other purposes, this paper is key. Just like when you came, the Anmeldung paper was key. So that one is definitely important. If you don't want to do this yourself or you have time restrictions to get an appointment or whatsoever, then you can hire the services of deregistration.de. We will leave the links in the description below, and they will do that for you. Now, mind you, you also only have 2 weeks maximum after you've left Germany to do that. So there's really just like a 3 or 4 week window to take care of this crucial step.
And also, this is very crucial why you should do the Abmeldung. It's not only to cancel contracts and stuff, but also to stop paying for your health insurance, which is mandatory in Germany. And if you don't have proof that you no longer live in Germany, they will still charge you for that. And of course, to be able to do your tax declaration and get certain money back as well because you're no longer in Germany.
Number 5 is to deregister. I mean, anything is deregistering, right? Deregister from the Rundfunkbeitrag, so the TV license
tax.
fee, radio tax, whatever you want to call it. Because unlike when you registered your address, you automatically kind of signed up to them. You don't automatically deregister when you actually deregister with the citizens office. So that one you need to do online, with your Beitragsnummer, the one that you've been paying every quarter, and let them know you've left. And again, what proof do you need? Your Abmeldung certificate.
Number 6 is to check your eligibility for getting a German pension refund. Now, don't get all too excited. First of all, you're only eligible to get this if you've left Germany and you're no longer paying into the system for at least 2 years. But it's important for you to find out if you're eligible to gather the necessary documents so when the time comes, you don't have the stress of gathering them. We have a whole video going into detail of are you eligible, how to find out if you're eligible, what documents you need and what not. And you can find that also in the description box below.
Now, if you're watching this video and say oh my God, thank you so much for creating this list and this video, then please also like the video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't left yet.
Yeah, because if you're leaving, what's the point, right?
That's very true.
But anyways, we do this.
Just support us if you'd like to.
Yes. Now to number 7, and this is an interesting one, and that is to claim your driver's license back, if applicable. So depending on your nationality, and if you got a driver's license here in Germany, you had to, if you were lucky enough, to swap them, to give your original home one to the driver's office. And in some cases, you're actually able to ask for that back. This is, I think, relevant if the driver's license is still valid. It makes sense. If not, for example, what I would do if I would move back to Guatemala, I would just go get a new one there and say that I lost it. And that's a process that one can also go through. But if you absolutely want that one back, then in some cases, not always, you can just send them an email or maybe a letter and ask if they can hand it back to you and how to organize that.
Step number 8 is, again, to deregister a car if you have one, the same way that you registered it in the first place when you got it. Now, if you want to import it to wherever you're moving next, then please be sure to inform yourself about the export-importing rules of that new country, because that highly depends on where you're going to move.
Yeah, and also highly depends what documents you need to gather in Germany to be able to do that import into your new country.
Step number 9 is to put in a mail forwarding service, put it in place, because just because you have left doesn't mean that you won't receive follow-up postal mail from all of, let's say, the services or the providers that you're actually tapping into to register yourself. Sometimes you get mail, and that mail is important depending on who it's from. So you can set up a mail forwarding service either internationally, that could be a bit more complicated and actually have a higher fee, or if you have made friends in Germany, just kindly ask them if you can forward your mail for, let's say, 3 months, 6 months, anything like that, to their address, so that then they can keep you posted on whether you've received mail or not.
Yes, as an example, I have a really good Spanish friend who moved back to Spain, and he asked us if he could use our address as a mail forwarding address. And we did get some mail for him, and then super easy, of course, you take a picture, send it, and what do you want to do? But we did get some mail after he left. Thing number 10 is to plan your move out. I don't know if that even makes sense, but that's how we named it. And here are some example of things that you should consider. For example, your furniture. Are you going to take some furniture back home, or are you going to sell it? And if you want to sell it, there's multiple ways to do so. Facebook Marketplace is a great way. Another way is Kleinanzeige. Kleinanzeige. And here, also super cool, is that you can gift things if you don't think people want to pay for it. We did that when we moved from our old apartment to our new apartment. We had a relatively old kitchen that we gifted, and was it a kitchen that we gifted?
Yeah, because gifting was, in this case, actually cheaper than hiring someone to remove it from the apartment.
Yeah, and that worked pretty well. So definitely consider what are you going to do with the furniture that you bought and how do you dispose of it, or sell it. And thing number 2 is also your apartment. Should you not renovate it, but how do you call it?
Whether you need to put it back into its state as when you moved in, meaning like close all the holes on the walls, give it a fresh coat of paint, pretty much know how to leave your place.
Yes, and for that, you should read your contract. And if you need to do that, plan some time to actually do that, because that also takes some time. And of course, another thing to consider and actually highly encourage is to plan a handover date with your landlord. In this date where you hand over the keys, but also you inspect the apartment with them, so they're able to give a Zustimmung, like a yes, this looks good, yes, this looks good, and you're able to officially let go.
And then be based on that, also get your Kaution back, your deposit.
Yeah.
And step number 11, there you go. Step number 11 is to do your tax declaration after you have left Germany. Because the year, even though it's not complete, you have certain rights to claim more things as deductions because that you moved out of Germany. This is a complicated topic, so in this case, I would hire a tax consultant. We leave our partner, Prince Tax, the partner link in the description below, who can assist you with that, because that also depends, again, on where you move and lots of shenanigans that they can definitely guide you through. And you should not miss out on that, because in most cases, likely is that you will get money back.
Yeah, and that is fantastic. And that should go, generally speaking, or ideally to your German bank account that you haven't closed yet. Talking about getting money back, again, here's a reminder that you can watch our next video, which is here on the left, about how to get your pension refund if you're even eligible for such a thing. And yeah, with that, we hope you have a fantastic exit from Germany, and we wish you all the best. Until next time, cheers!